see that forked tongue come out, I am very submissive to the right men. See, that is meant to be a smokescreen the demon uses to cloud your vision. It's meant to make you say, oh, this ain't a demon. Black women think they can turn their femininity on or off. I believe that black women honestly think that by walking around in their masculine energy, they are actually helping themselves. But all you gotta do is look at the reality of their ring finger. A spirit of stragology hovers like a cloud. This is what's coming. There's your fertility. There's your ability to really pair bond and successfully mate with somebody long term.
Again, I don't want no smoke, Kevin. I was coming on.
Do it. When you go run and tell somebody about your boyfriend, who you talking to? You ain't talking to your daddy. You talking to your mama. You ain't talking to your uncle. You talking to your aunt. It don't matter if you got your hair done, nails done, everything done. Yeah, if you still walking around acting like a stray you are. Why don't you just become the women that your mother, your grandmother, and your great grandmother were? You know, the women that got married and kept men. Green, I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired on my own.
People don't even want to engage with black women because that attitude is very rough.
Just because someone will have sex with you, that they want to be with you.
You're just a flightless bird.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were.
Amen. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's get it. Let's get it. We have a good show. We got my homie Doe in the building. What's good, Doe? Joy Taylor don't understand. She's helping expose the Gladiator BW as horrible human beings. See, we know ain't shit that Joy Taylor going to talk about as far as how we go with it, because we go all the way there. So we know that the horror is insurmountable. But once we come to the surface level and start talking about people like Joy Taylor and, you know, the Tyler Perry movie and all that shit, the surface level people are saying, yo, these bitches ain't shit. Joy Taylor is the definition of a flightless bird. Joy Taylor speaks up for the new black woman. I agree with you wholeheartedly. She speaks up for the flightless birds.
You're just a flightless bird.
So let's get into it, man. Fuck it.
And what I'm personally dealing with my inability to really feel connected to anything right now.
My inability. Yo, this is going, yo, you know, this ain't no class and nothing. I'm trying to, you know, do what I got to do, Doe. We know that. And yo, Doe, you got to get to the other channel. I'm ready to start dropping videos. I'm going to need brothers like you to disagree with me over there for the light of fun. She's disconnected from anything, son. But guess what? She's not guess what else she's also disconnected from? Her pussy. Her pussy ain't nothing to her. You know what? Her pussy don't mean shit to her.
They failed at controlling their pussy, protecting their pussy, and even maintaining and cleansing their pussy.
So when you hear these women talk, remember, it's about the box. Don't get it messed up. One love, though. Let's cook them up. She said she's detached from everything. And we covered that before. How women, I'm not going there. This is not class. How women are numb. They are numb. Not to love. They're void of love, but they're numb through their pussy. Yo, they have fucked up their bodies so much that they don't feel anything. And they always talk about what they feel. What you don't feel anything regarding what really supposed to be going on in life. They are disconnected from their own bodies because they've been so slawed out.
With my inability to really feel connected to anything right now. And
remember, she said anything. Now, y'all thinking that's no, all the way to her pussy. She is disconnected from her pussy, but nobody can hear that.
You know, it felt natural in that moment for me to pray. And then I thought, am I praying to the same God that these evil cowards who are perpetrating this chaos and depravity are praying to? We can't.
What the fuck is she talking about, Doe? Doe, what is this bitch talking about? Am I praying to the same God that other people are praying to? Why would you give a fuck? So clearly she's disconnected.
Can't be praying to the same God. We can't be praying to the same God. The people who are stuck in these horrible camps that they're building all over the country.
Wow.
Those families are terrified that they're going to be sent to El Salvador.
What about the children in Africa and all the poor people all over the world? Why are you singing
the other country that they didn't grow up in and have no familiarity with? We can't be praying to the same God. I can't be praying to the same God that Christians pray to while they sit around justifying the behavior of our leaders, the complete stripping of everything that this country claims to stand for, with due process and democracy and a government for the people, by the people. Where the fuck is—
Don't you stop there, bitch. Don't you dare stop there, bitch. America was built on family building, neighborhoods and communities, having families and children. Don't you dare stop there. Fuck you mean due process. All that shit costs money. Making a family don't cost a damn thing. Ask the Mexicans. See, what's happened is these stupid black bitches talk about, I need a man with a house and a car, but unless I'm aborting the baby. Where the Mexicans come, they're poor as hell, and all they do is make babies. You are worse than the Mexicans. See, our black sisters are some of the worst people on planet Earth. You want a black man who has a goddamn city job with a good apartment. He need to have a house for you not to abort his baby. Mexican got welfare. They walk through the jungle. Their man makes $20 a day at Home Depot, and they having 3 babies. They understand what America is. Family building, community, neighborhood. So that's where you already know. I don't know how well this video gonna go, Dolomite. I'm a little pissed off. I'm a little pissed off. Yeah, she really said that evil, blasphemous shit. We understand she was praying to herself since she's God.
Is that? That's not what I'm seeing. That's not what we're experiencing right now. What we are experiencing is a hostile takeover from a dictatorship regime.
So, pay attention, guys. This is not about being a dictator. This is about the woman should have been in. So any man that got in there would have been a goddamn dictator. Unless you are incoherent or having a cognitive decline. That's the only man they want in there. Yo, we always say to the brothers, they don't like no successful man. That's why they ain't married. Okay? We know that already.
That's what we're watching. That's what the people in LA who are protesting.
But guess who is married? The white women with successful men and the Mexicans with unsuccessful men. And black men fall in the middle. We are just steady. You know, we ain't the richest, we ain't the poorest, but they don't want us.
Are pushing back against. That's what our grandparents and so many others.
Here we go with the lies. See, this is what happens when you give a woman the microphone. Did your grandparents want you to have babies? See, we always gonna go to what don't cost. Love don't cost a thing, and they've been void of it for the sake of the wallet. See, you got to understand what's going on. Making a family don't cost. You just had that fucking baby, and being in America, it's gonna be all right.
Fought to keep from happening, right? These freedoms, these imaginary freedoms that we have that separate us from the rest of the world.
That's why you get you a family and a man, so you can insulate bullshit of the world and prepare you and your family to thrive within it. We ain't talking about making $1 million. We talking about having morals, carrying decency, caring about others, other regular shit, man.
If we can just grab people off of the street and detain them, and there is no process, there is no law, there's no order, lawyers can't be reached, they don't go through proper systems, we are not a democracy.
If you let people just walk into your country, don't give them lawyers, don't give them due process. If you just let people walk into your country and don't give them any due process, we are not a democracy. We are being invaded. But this is what happens when you have people like this, unfortunately, more successful than us brothers, and they will have a stronger voice. So it's just the way it is. And when it comes to it's more women than men, these numbers play out on the internet.
That's not how that works. And you all have been so brainwashed into believing that
building a family, let's read Dolomite's comment. We have been brainwashed into believing a strong foundation builds a strong family. Strong families build a strong community, and strong communities build a strong town, city, and environment. That's what we've been brainwashed with. So why are we fucked up and not you?
What's happening is only criminals and only people who are taking advantage of the system. That's not what's happening.
There we go, guys. Let's go. She gonna get some ladies on there. We're gonna get to that too. But I didn't know she said all this shit. So she likes to lead her shows off with some sort of political shit. Yo, this is wild how these people got a greater voice than us. Now, believe me, I know what I'm doing wrong. She's on cam, I'm not. Got to give her credit for that.
Some of it is, but the fact that it's not all should be terrifying to everyone.
But another thing is, they coming after me because I'm talking that real talk. This bitch get a free pass.
Every single American citizen, no matter what side of the aisle you claim to sit on. Because if you're watching this and thinking,
but Dolomite, we are making changes. You got to get to the new channel. We see all the wrongs that we did over here. Okay, we know what's going on.
This is okay. You're too far gone. You're in a cult. Everyone is screaming and banging and yelling and holding signs and begging everyone to understand what is happening. We are losing it. We have lost the plot. It is insanity. We are supposed to be a country that has laws that are followed no matter who is in charge. No one, including the president, is above the law. That is not happening right now.
This is crazy.
And I just feel how I think a lot of people feel, which is very helpless, because there was always the default to, well, there are laws in place. We have rights.
There you go. Now, I know y'all don't understand what she's saying, but what do who is the black woman's father? Pay attention. Who is the black woman's father? Listen to her. She's talking about her father.
There was always the default to, well, there are laws in place. We have rights.
That's all. Defaults in place for setup for black women or women in general to talk shit. And so they never thought that a man would go and really visit the actual Constitution. Okay, because that's all Trump is doing. He's using the Constitution, and it goes to show that these are some uninformed people. But guess who black women think are dumber than them? Bet you didn't know that. I bet you didn't know who black women thought was dumber than them. I bet you didn't know.
Politicians will enforce the law. The court system will be honored. Judges will be respected. None of that is happening.
Pay attention, guys. She's talking about her daddy, judges, courts, the black woman's daddy. None of it is being respected. Yo, they don't respect our daddy no more. And I keep telling niggas, take advantage of this shit. He only in here for 4 years. We need to steamroll these bitches. But clearly, people ain't. I'm more sinister. You know me, though. I'm a little more sinister with this shit. Okay? So we know that men won't follow the lead. I was watching The Angry Man the other day, and that nigga said, yo, I don't even go as hard on black women as Tyler Perry. And I said to myself, why? Why are you sparing them? So when you watch these guys, you see they're not as sinister as you. Well, clearly nobody can beat us. Let's go.
It may very well be a wrap. I'm not here to doom and gloom, but like if we don't have rights, if we don't have due process, if
we don't have our government daddy, these men are about to steamroll. Y'all niggas better pay attention. I didn't know this video was gonna go this way. I'm want to talk about the ratchet shit.
There's no way to hold leaders accountable. It's a wrap, you guys. It's over.
Now, guess what, y'all? If Kamala would have won and all the men were saying, yo, ain't no way for us to hold these bitches accountable. It's over. See, we didn't get that done to us. It already happened to us. We need to steamroll this moment. See, she's one of the higher ups. She knows on the higher up level, yo, it's over. Niggas don't give a fuck no more. Ain't no more government zaddy.
Process. If there's no way to hold leaders accountable, it's a wrap, you guys. It's over.
Now, who could she be talking to?
Experiment has failed. I'm trying to not be too hyperbolic, but I'm watching this happen in my own backyard. And yeah, like I really had a moment where I was very sad and I was crying and I was fearful and heartbroken that this country that so many members of my family, so many of my friends have fought to protect our freedoms and sacrifice and seen horrible things in order to make sure that we have a free place to live where we can express our thoughts about our leaders or anything that's going on in our country without fear of repercussions from.
Ma'am, we just lived in about 12 years where we couldn't say nothing about transgenders, nothing about the rainbow, nothing about the Jews. We couldn't say shit.
The government, that's cooked. Due process is cooked. Holding our leaders accountable from the laws that still currently stands, cooked. So my question is like, where does this end? Like what has to happen?
Now that is the reason why Tyler Perry made that movie. I know y'all don't understand it. The reason why he made the movie is because this is the mind state of all these bitches. What has to happen? And guess what Tyler Perry did? The best thing he did for that movie, he didn't include a man. See, this is what you get. See, because the last thing that they're going to think of is, yo, I could just get a man and be happy. It's crazy, son.
For all of us to wake up and understand that we've given it away. And then that makes me angry to think that proximity to whiteness has really drowned out logic for so many people.
Wow. No, she didn't say that, though. Hey, though, no, the fuck she didn't just say proximity to whiteness. Now, that's something that I can talk about, Dolomite, because remember, though, I stand on being a street nigga, okay? Then you got these middle niggas that don't like street niggas. And then you got the proximity to white that's just out there. So all these people are prejudiced within the own black community. They're prejudiced against me as a street dude. And I'll be like, brother, I'm your brother. What the fuck? You see? So a proximity to whiteness don't mean shit. They're prejudiced against me.
That we've given it away. And then that makes me angry to think that proximity to whiteness has really drowned out logic for so many people that they would believe that this would not happen when he said this is what he was going to do. I don't know.
Overwhelmed and overlooked? We hear you.
Look,
call, text, or chat.
Look. They got them commercials pop up for me. Black woman's health, nigga.
I know I just said a lot, but it's just what I'm feeling with everything that's happening. And yeah, I don't want to hear that you're a good person. You're not a good person. You're a terrible person. And the hell that you keep speaking on other people that you feel comfortable making people experience while they're on this earth is most certainly waiting for you if you are in support of how all this is going down. And what?
Well, she just said she don't believe in God. So now you believe in hell.
What's to come. And the only thing that like gave me any comfort when I was thinking through all these things the other night was, well, at least this go round in history, everyone is doing us the favor of recording what they think and believe with their faces on it and posting it on the internet for all eternity. So, 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now, we don't have to wonder who the bigots were. We don't have to wonder what side of history you stood on. We don't have to wonder what you supported. And we'll have your name too. So all of you assholes who think that you're just going to get away with what you are doing right now, take a look back in history at every single point where something was going down in the course of human history. Those fucking bozos thought they were going to be remembered as heroes, and we despise them.
There you have it, black man. This is how these bitches think of men. But we're not supposed to say, ma'am, all the abortions that you have had, people are going to despise you because you have ruined this black community. But no, she ain't going to talk about that.
We curse their names. We think of them as dirt in the annals of history. And in the time and the moments that they were doing it, they justified it to themselves, and they thought they would be remembered differently.
And I tell you, brother, something. This is why, especially in the black community, we will never get ahead. If you keep looking at how pretty this bitch is instead of realizing how she carry and fuck around with her pussy, you ain't gonna never see the disgust in the bitch. If you keep looking at how they can dress their fucking faces up, put on eyelashes, and go to the gym, you ain't gonna never see it, man. Come on, man. 50 Cent baby mother in the Diddy trial. My bitch be telling me all the shit that be happening. I be like, what? That bitch is a whore. How's her pussy worth a damn?
Differently. You guys are always talking about legacy. You're always talking about what you leave behind.
See? Because she know where her foul is. And that is just like a most black women that has been programmed to do the abortion thing. Okay? Legacy. She's so much of a selfish person that she thinks the world of herself that she don't want to produce another her. Now that is ma'am, you got money, you have intelligence, you have it all. Why wouldn't you want to provide that for and dress your little daughter up and everything?
That is what you will be. And you've done everyone the favor of recording it and putting it all on TikTok. So thank you for that, because our children's children are not going to have to wonder who put that.
All right, whoa. Our children's children. Whoa, ma'am, you aborted all your children and you don't want none. See, this is what you can't let black women do. Ever talk about breaking up families? Don't ever let them talk about that when they have destroyed their own.
Putting it all on TikTok. So thank you for that, because our children's children are not going to have to wonder who.
You ain't got no children, bitch. See, this is when you know the black woman is all talk. She wants you to think she's a traditional person. You see that? She wants you to think she cares about children. That's crazy. That's a fucking psycho. That is a psycho, King.
And putting it all on TikTok. So thank you for that, because our children's children are not going to have to wonder who recording it and putting it all on TikTok. So thank you for that, because our children's children are not going to have to wonder who.
It would be so beautiful for Joy Taylor to have a bunch of children. You know, she's a mad, bitter 304 that can't retire because she wants to live this lifestyle. You know, I have plenty bitches tell me, shit, I'd rather get married. Now they won't, but they say I'd rather get married because all my money just gonna go back to the government. They already know. They told me. They said, shit, I'd rather get married. My money ain't going nowhere back to the government. I was like, damn, I never thought of it like that.
Put them in this situation. They're not going to have to wonder who decided that this was how it was going to be. They'll know exactly who you are and what your name is too. Yeah, it just feels sad. It feels sad that we've gotten to this place. And I don't know how much worse it's going to get or if it's ever going to be the same.
That shit is so, I don't know about y'all, but I love it. One thing I love is bitches looking like this. Yo, that's all I do. That's all I do is present bitches looking like this. But let's get enough of that. Let's go to where bitches got their swag. Let's pop off.
Howard, Weezy, and Mandy, welcome.
This is more swag. This is the way black men like bitches to look.
Want it to stand up. You knocked over water earlier, girl.
I'm gonna just hold it.
You know,
we can just put it.
Everyone is teaching us so much right now, Joy. Like we're learning so much. Like, oh, you can hold the book. You have to show the book, and it's crazy because with each avenue of work, TV is different than podcasting.
Yo, family, Dolomite, I need you, King. I'm dead serious. I think it's about time that we start putting this book together. I really do. I think it's about time we start putting this book together, Dolomite, because they out here doing books. And look at what their book is about. And we got that work.
Yes.
Modeling is different than acting. Book shit is different, girl. I didn't know how much I curse. Or that I'm a little bit of a hood rat.
You didn't really. You just found that out
because I'm talking to my fucking audience. But no,
I curse a lot.
I'm talking to my fucking audience. And see, what y'all don't realize is Black women and women in general love men so much that they think we talk like that. They think if they're the breadwinner, they got to act mean. We don't do that. We're benevolent people. We don't just cuss just to cuss and talk down on people just because we got more money than them, especially a woman. We don't do that. But that's what they think. No, you're on your own with that, you psycho.
Lot, and I make it really difficult on our
Oh,
sorry,
okay,
George. No. We curse. Trust me. You can't possibly curse more than I do.
Okay. You don't. I can't. We need to count.
What kind of curse? Like, I'm a dirty curse.
I say fuck a lot.
Okay.
We say pussy.
It's mostly. Well, I say pussy too.
Okay.
You don't say pussy that
fucking
much. You say. We say.
Sorry. This
is what we have, man. This is crazy work. But let's get into it.
We say nigga a lot.
Sorry. Well, speaking of the book, because you guys are very open and very transparent about a lot of things, but was it different putting it into writing than it was or is when you're talking on your podcast? Did it feel more permanent? I know that you guys got permission from the people that were in the stories for it to be in the book. Do you always do that with the podcast? But
back in the day that I was just like, okay, this can't be anything more than that. I think what we really tried to do was try to put some things that weren't in the podcast as well. So we got deeper and in explaining how we felt then to how we felt now. Like, to me, the stories go deeper into, for me, especially like my therapy journey. So I bring up a lot of my childhood and ways in which I thought was cool back in the day. And now I'm reflecting. So for me, it was a lot of reflection and me putting a lot of like what I've went through in therapy and conversations with my mom and my friends. That was a lot in the book for me, which you're not going to hear on the podcast.
But on the podcast too, I think
this is crazy.
It's not just like
Florida. Okay, let's be very clear. Florida education system fucking failed.
And self-help or erotica and blah, blah, blah.
From these two light-skinned, biracial, ambiguous bitches? No. She's not going to want to pick it up.
I love the cover and I get that.
Thank you.
I see the vision.
But
I'm just
saying,
saying,
I would buy it if your face was on.
Because I think
We
you look like you. Bitch, we in here with the boho braids. We all looking like we ready to go on an island.
They all look alike. We always know that. I believe it was some hot points here. Let's check it out.
Whenever me or her would do another podcast, it would be like, now we got some hoes in the house. Welcome the whores to.
We tried for 8 years.
I think we're kind of fine with bitch.
Yes, we
don't mind being
completely drains bitches.
We say bitch.
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about, I was like, do I say hoe every day? So I still have friends from Florida, and I realize sometimes culturally, the word, like the way I say it.
The new How to Train Your Dragon menu is now with PK.
Get it before
it disappears.
But once I got like to financial freedom and I got to a place where I started really loving myself, sex didn't at all matter.
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk, baby.
We might be Eskimo sisters, but like for me in my 20s, in times that I wasn't.
Let's talk.
Define them.
Let's talk, baby.
Somebody who uses sex in a negative way. So either they use sex to control other people, or they allow sex to like define them. So
I was a hoe for a while.
Like sleeping with people and like.
She said I was a hoe for a while. Black men, you know what you get when you get with these bitches. You getting a bitch that was a hoe for a while. Let's go.
Like sleeping with people and just having it as like a what belt
like
buckle.
a stamp
what they say?
Badge of honor.
What?
No, like another notch on the belt.
Notch on the belt. I was like, what is the thing?
Notch on the belt.
It's in there though.
Yeah.
See, it's all about they love men so much that they want to think they're doing everything that we're doing. Shit is wild.
Yeah, so that type of person, I guess. But I also just carry such an empathetic space for those people because I do feel like if you are somebody who is sexually free or you have experimented with sex in any way, at some point you may have allowed that kind of attachment to sex to come over you. And so does that make you a hoe?
I mean, I talk about that in the book, just like my own insecurities, sex being something that I use for validation. Like the attention that I got or the men I pulled or who I was able to bag. Oh, I'm fucking the same niggas as XYZ. I'm Eskimo sisters with damn near a lot of motherfuckers. We might be Eskimo sisters.
I'm sure we are.
Unbelievable. Did she just say that, Dolomite? Did she just say that? Oh, hell no. Are these strippers or something? Wow, this is crazy. Yo, we are fucked up, man.
We are. We might be Eskimo sisters. But like for me in my 20s, in times that I wasn't the most insecure, I leaned heavily into that just being, what
do you think you were more insecure in your 20s than you are now?
Hell yeah, bitch, I had no money. Bitch, I was broke.
There you go. There you go. I keep telling y'all, they lead with their wallet. Their wallet is more pretty or prettier than their heart, their pussy, their soul, their faith. Their wallet is more, that's their beauty.
It's hard to be confident and secure when you're broke, when you are, for me, I was overweight. I was 5'1", 230 pounds at my highest.
How did you lose the weight? How did you lose the weight? This is, oh, yo, I love it. I love it. I think the title was right. Joy Taylor speaks up for the new black woman. They all surgically repaired, pussy reconstructed, can't wear their regular skin or hair. Man. And she's going to say she was in therapy and she was an ex-whore. That is the, what they call that shit? That is the rite of passage. That's the rite of passage for the black woman. Yo, we are fucked up, King.
So like, I wasn't as comfortable in my skin or my body. I was going through school. I was navigating. I didn't know what I wanted to do for a living. And I knew I didn't want kids, and I knew I didn't want to be a wife yet because I wanted to get my life together.
Now, see, guys, I try to stay away from the information that we all know, but we all know that is the rights to passage to black women, but there's one failing component. There's one failing component. Hold on, man. Hopefully this bitch ain't getting our shit flagged. What's going on here? Let's make sure we ain't getting flagged or nothing like that. Put this on mute over here. All right. So we good. We good. Let's go.
So yeah, in my 20s, it was like a lot of me figuring out and finding me. And in the process, sex made it a lot of fun. I got vacations for free, was hopping off yachts for free, got bills paid. It was cool. But once I got like to financial freedom and I got to a place where I started really loving myself.
Wow. So her message to black women, her message to black women is, you won't love yourself until you get money. That is not how we was raised, son. We loved ourselves. We've always believed that we were special, we were powerful, and we could do anything. That we never didn't feel like something was wrong with us. Never.
Sex didn't at all matter. The men didn't matter. The trips didn't matter half as much as they did when I was just figuring it out.
Money is truly autonomy, I think, for men and women, because the confidence that you get. I was just talking about this with a friend. Like, you ever meet a person, not a woman, a person, and you're like, what do they do? Maybe they're not wearing a crazy watch. Maybe it's something with their energy. To me, it's a few things. They're either very, very tall. That's just true, because you're just overpowering people.
Yeah.
If you're a woman, you're taller than every woman. If you're a man, taller than most men. And everyone stares at you. 2, you have a lot of money, so you don't even feel like you're walking in the world the same way as the other people. Or if you're a man, you have a big dick. That's it. The times that I've met someone that's broke and confident like that, huge dick.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yo, bro, we are terrible. Son, we are terrible. Terrible. Ma'am.
That's it. The times that I've met someone that's broke and confident like that, huge dick.
Yeah.
So pay attention, guys. So I know you niggas don't want to hear this shit. So a woman with her pussy, pay attention. A woman with her pussy, pay attention. A woman with her pussy could never be as confident as a man with his eggplant. Yo, we have some of the most broken, beat up, battered, phony women you ever. Yo, they tore our community up, man. That shit ain't right, man.
I don't know what it is about these things in life that make you confident, but it's true. And I can only speak to them.
You know that you ain't a man. You know only a man could be supreme.
And I don't even have crazy amount of money, but the money that I make now for me is money that I've looked at in those younger days, like it was amazing.
Yeah.
You know, swiping on IG and seeing the girls jump off a boat, like, damn.
Swiping on IG and seeing girls jump off a boat, and I'm like, damn, ma'am, you shouldn't want that for little girls. Come on, man. Unbelievable, B.
I may have had to do that with a guy.
Oh yeah, I get my own yachts now. I buy my own first class tickets. It's different. Like there's a chapter in this book, literally titled "Do Married Men Treat You Better?" And so in my 20s, I found really strong relationships. In my 20s, I felt they were strong, you know, with men that were married, and it's because it was.
I found really strong relationships with men that were married. This shit is wild. So instead of going to get married, right? This is crazy, son. Instead of going to get married, she's happy with just getting fucked. Hold on. Kevin, where Kevin at?
Just because someone will have sex with you, that they want to be with you.
'Cause you gave me all your pussy. 'Cause you gave me all your pussy.
Titled "Do Married Men Treat You Better?" And so in my 20s, I found really strong relationships. In my 20s, I felt they were strong, you know, with men that were married. And it's because it was easier for me to exist as number two because I didn't want the responsibility of showing up. I was never jealous of the wife. I actually said, oh, I would never want to be in her position. And I also felt like I always got the best versions of a man. When they were married, I didn't have to worry about the bills with them, the children with them. I was jumping off the yachts with the married men. Like the married men showed up as their most honest selves. I felt like, damn, like even sometimes I would be blinded, like, oh, you're so perfect. And then I had to be like, no, bitch, you cheating on your whole ass family.
I feel like we're hyping up yachts right now.
You're literally lying to your family to be here.
You're literally lying to your family. Like, let's be honest.
Oh, like I know what follows you. It's the beginning stages of dating.
You're literally lying to your family, and I'm the whole recipient. Yo, bro. This is crazy. Now, do you think black women, this is just as bad as the Tyler Perry movie. Do you think black women will be in an uproar over bitches living their life fucking and jumping off of yachts and making their own money?
Like, it's before you, like, I would say the first 90 days, it's a different representative. I'm even different in the beginning too. Like, my boyfriend made jokes with me. You know how many books you was fake reading when we met? I was like, oh, for real? He's like, every time we went out, you was telling me about some book. And he's like, now you get a book on the beach. That's your shit. I was like, yo, it's true. And I'm like, wow, I wonder if it's because he's so intellectual. I was bringing up things I've read in books to just be impressive. It's not like I'm even trying to be this phony person. It was real books, men and women, that we do differently in the beginning. It might be for some dressing up. Right. It might be for men taking you to more lavish places. But for me, the type of men.
There we go. There we go. Don't get past it. As a black woman, they want you men to take them to lavish places, right? Right? But the Mexican woman, he ain't got to take that bitch nowhere, even though they end up going to some Mexican restaurant. Okay? She's still with that man. Yo, we got some of the dumbest people. We got black women fighting for Mexican people that they just, ma'am, you don't want to be like no Mexican or you'll be making some families. Anyway, let's go. My fault. The man is wrong, but bitch, you are even worse because you know and still fucking them. You can't go get your own man. You just a
men that I date are super well read. And so it can sometimes make me feel a little like, you know, like,
but also, like, I don't necessarily think that's bad. If you're trying to connect with someone, if you like someone, you want to meet them where they are. If it's somebody that likes to read.
Here we go. Let's move on, man.
James Way, open to the first page. Yup, I read it.
No,
I know this book.
Especially, they know exactly what we need, and sometimes, you know, you're blinded. I mean, I'm not doubting the fun because taboo shit is the most fun.
By the way, I get to that at the end of the chapter that I realized that I had no self-worth, and that's why I was championing being.
I have no self-worth. See that? And this is why Kevin was on him, man. You gotta give Kevin credit. She said she has no self-worth. That's why they will always, you know, choose like, nah, I don't want to be with nobody. She knows she has no self-worth. That's why they chase the bag.
Buy a dog and die alone. This is why we are seeing so many women in their 20s and 30s going out to get dogs or cats because they won't reject them. They don't.
Side chick. I am not encouraging this
Let's
behavior.
be very clear. The start of the chapter, where's my badge proudly of being the side chick? And by the end, again, from my early 20s to now 34, I look back and it's like, oh, but you didn't value yourself. Oh, but you didn't think you were good enough to be a priority. Oh, you didn't believe that you deserved more. You were accepting the crumbs. Whatever they could give you, you took. And I got to that point to where I ain't dealing with no married men now. I ain't doing
Well, I think it's good that you guys talk about all these things though, because the taboo part of it or the shame part of it or the hoe part of it is what keeps people from being honest about it. Yes. I was on a podcast.
That's a lie. Now that's a lie. That's a lie. The part about your vaginal health, means you're not being honest. See, all this other shit don't matter. See, because once you come through with what you know your pussy is, a man can treat you the way that you need to be treated. You never have that factor of, nah, I'm a wholesome woman. You never have that. And if a man knows that about you, he will treat you accordingly. That's why that girl was a side woman at best. He knew what she was.
I don't know when it's airing, so I won't say what it was, but we were talking about lying, and I was like, everyone lies. Everyone lies. And
you be having the bars. You've been going viral with these
I'm like, if you tell me that you don't lie, I know you're lying. You're lying. Like all of us lie. We lie every day.
Oh my God, I had a great lie today. I told someone they looked amazing on FaceTime. She needed it though. Sorry, sis. My homegirl was like, bitch, I'm going through it. Do I look okay? And I was like,
I be like, you look like it. You look like you're going through it, girl.
But we lie.
I give hard truths too, though.
I'm not saying.
Or someone saying, can you say another 10 minutes? Let's just say
you don't love this conversation.
The police.
Y'all said y'all like being lied to.
You better lie to the police for me.
Yeah.
I'm saying this about lies.
Oh, no,
I'm saying in regards to like being a hoe. Like we lie to ourselves.
We do.
Right? We lie to ourselves.
We talk about that.
Sometimes we lie to ourselves to comfort ourselves, to get through a decision that we've made, or we lie to our friends because our friends need it, even though you might have to hit them with a hard truth in a month or so, but it's just not time. But the point of it is you guys talking about those type of things opens the door for people to have those conversations and really look at themselves in the mirror and stop lying to themselves.
I think that's the thing that we've got.
This bitch is crazy, son. Did she just tell them bitches that? Wow.
The most difficult thing about sexual exploration. From a very granular point, I would say sexuality or sexual orientation is the one we can talk about. How many friends do we know that have a story about coming out that were lying to themselves for a while? Like we see this more with men because it's less acceptable to be gay when you're a man. But I don't know one gay man in my life that didn't have a moment of lying to themselves or telling that story to me.
What? They're talking about you women lying that you're a whore. How does the man come into this? Yo, these people are sick, man.
Bedroom that we can't tell them when we don't like something.
Oh, here we go. I think this is the clip. This is the clip right here.
To get on the phone and champion someone else. I don't know why we cannot advocate for ourselves.
I think it's scary. I think rejection is scary. And there's this, I'll speak for myself. When I am in an intimate situation where something is happening that I don't really love, when I don't feel comfortable speaking up about it, it's because I'm afraid of the reaction from my partner.
Now, when you are making love to a woman and they don't like it, this is what they're talking about.
They're going to think I'm giving them too much direction, or I'm telling them they're doing something wrong.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You'll let that man misfuck you so you can hold it against him. See, yo, these people are fucked up, man. Instead of telling that man, nah, hit over here.
Speaking up about it, it's because I'm afraid of the reaction from my partner that they're going to think I'm giving them too much direction, or.
Oh, I got it. I got it. I see what she's not saying, but they're going to talk about it. I see what they're doing here. I'm with a partner and he may think I'm giving him too much direction, like when the other guy was fucking me. I see what she's doing now. Like when the other guys fuck me. I get it.
When I don't feel comfortable speaking up about it, it's because I'm afraid of the reaction from my partner that they're going to think I'm giving them too much direction, or I'm telling them they're doing something wrong. And it's
that's
especially
today.
Early.
Today you still do that.
Sometimes, yeah.
Wow.
I got it. I got their ass. Dolomite. I got him, Bernie. She don't want to tell a man how to fuck her that way because she knows that the man to know some other man fucked you that way. I get it. But men don't care, you stupid bitch. Why would I care if I'm in the pussy?
Wow. And I think that that's the interesting thing, like being almost 40 and us being in our 30s as well. Like it's difficult to hear that we still are navigating our pleasure.
Yeah.
Because we still care so much about the male ego in the bedroom that we can't tell them when we don't like something.
That's a lie. Yo, that's a lie. I understand that they don't do it. And I do know it's more tricky though. See, with the black woman, especially their age, it's way more tricky because we know that you want it the way somebody else fucked you. The only thing that they don't realize is we don't care. We don't give a fuck. Oh, you want me to hit it like that? I'm going to hit it like that. Are you kidding me? It's just that there's so much of a whore that they'll hide their history through anything, man. Damn. Yo, we got some fake people in our community. I want to ask Joy if the box so fire, where the man who is staying. Well, she don't want that. She wants to be a hoe. Like she wants to experience as many eggplants. You see? The best she got was Emmanuel Ochoa sniffing the sticky finger. Like I believe Joy Taylor, you know how these black women are. They'll just keep going through eggplants. Man. They don't care.
As well. Like it's difficult to hear that we still are navigating our pleasure. Yeah. Because we still care so much about the male ego in the bedroom that we can't tell them when we don't like something. And I think that that's like kind of where I've found my power with being on this podcast and even writing the book. I realized I'm like, oh, I have no shame in being like, oh, you only gonna give me one round? I ain't even gonna waste my time. Oh, you don't do this? I ain't even gonna waste my time. I know what I want to receive as pleasure. And if a person lets me know he can't do it, what are we doing?
You know, I just realized when you said the male ego. I have a ex-girlfriend. I dated a woman for a while and I talk about her a lot. That was probably the most feedback I've ever had in my life during sex. And it didn't hit me until now. We talked all the time. She would stop me in the middle of shit. No, not this way. Like, and make me change or like literally take my hand, my mouth, anything and like move me. I used to never do that to men.
But when she did it offend you?
No, it just felt natural to us. It almost felt like this thing of, I was almost appreciative.
But you never did it to men, so you don't know what a man likes. Yo, these people have some shit against you, brothers. Let's go.
The guiding because I knew she just wanted to be pleased more. We know though, as women, how difficult it can be to get us off.
Right.
What the fuck?
We know as women how difficult it could be to get us off. That's a lie. That's a lie. So look at what she's about to tell y'all. That a girl will tell another girl how to get the girl off. But when she's fucking a man, she won't tell him. That's crazy. Yo, our black sisters are fucked up. And I tell you, that's why we fuck them. We don't play. We don't play that shit. We don't try to make the best out of this.
Fuck do I give a shit if she's telling me to move or do something else? This is like, you can also make it very sexy to encourage somebody. Like
I know, but as you're saying this, I'm realizing how much anxiety I have about this. Because like, even when a man is like, well, I would say probably especially when they're like going down on you and they do that crazy like burrow thing where they're like, it's like, please.
You know, I start doing
I just be like, I'm good, thanks.
You know, I do like a nice head tap, like.
Yeah, we gotta stop this shit, dude.
No, you gotta be like, you're not doing this good.
Because they're excited and like, if you say something and they're like,
men that eat pussy in the room. Don't y'all want us to tell you?
There you go. I know y'all niggas don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear from all the brothers over here dealing with 10K professional sex hours. Yes. Let me tell you something. The way that they will fuck you in discomfort, let you put the wrong moves on them. Fuck you and make sure that when you finish fucking, they're not happy. Close their pussy up. You could be in the pussy and it's wet and everything, but they're closing their pussy up so you don't get all the dick in there. They're shifting their body so you don't keep hitting that sweet spot. They do all of these things, but they still think that nobody knows. They will play like they're having a good time with you. And you heard what she said. Oh, no. Brothers. That's why you need to know what's going on. And it's so fucked up. You know how many sexual arguments I've been in my life? And I don't know if it's happened to you niggas. But I'll be damned if I'm the fucking professional. I'll be damned if I'm gonna let a woman misfuck me, shift her body, take away from the sweet spot that I'm hitting, not hold her shit serve like she ain't strong, hold that shit over there. Like, don't act like you can't hold your fucking legs now. You strong. Yo, bro, I had so many fucking arguments, B, because I will not let nobody misfuck me. And guess what the difference is? She could be mad all she want, but I know what I'm doing in this pussy. I know you could be mad on the outside of your body, but I know this pussy feel good on the inside of your body. And the women try to associate their body with the pussy. The pussy's a whole different entity, son. You can make the pussy come while she mad. See, the pussy is totally disconnected. It's a physical portion. It ain't got nothing to do with her mind. Yeah, if she want to have fun, we can have fun. But she can come if she's pissed off. So don't ever let bitches tell you the pussy's connected to the mind. Bitch, you only got a pussy. Let's lube it up and stick the right tool in there and you'll come. You ain't got to do shit. You don't hear me, though.
Disappointed.
Like, no, please. Can we interrupt Joy Show? Say yes or no.
Look, and you want to be interrupted? Crazy. A lot of men won't. They'll let you keep. They would just want a mouth on their dick.
I just think I think it's something I need to work on for sure.
I think a lot of women need to work on that.
Girl, that's why
like advocating for yourself in the bed.
Literally. I think a lot of people have looked at us that understand us beyond like, oh my God, they talk about sex every week. They're really getting it.
Yeah.
When people listen to our show, they're like, okay, yeah. I mean, we're really trying to teach these steps almost literally every week.
There we go, guys. There's a space for us out there, guys. I know what's going on. There's a space for us out here. There's a space for us out here. You know, where we can talk that real shit. They're talking sex. Ma'am, ma'am, how could you fuck me the right way and you got fibroids and things that stops you from ultimate pleasure? Like, are you kidding me? You bitches are some of the most, in my opinion, some of the craziest people that's having sex. You having sex and you're not having fun. I've never seen no shit like that. They carry all this animosity because your dick good. These people are crazy.
I think for people that have longevity with this show, they have seen how much we've liberated others by just telling our own stories. And
Let's move on. I don't know why would you want women liberated? That shit is wild. That shit ain't fuck up the community enough.
We know there's not as much research on women's health as there is men's health.
Dolomite. Let's talk that talk. Dolomite, Dolomite, we are making waves. We are making waves. Dolomite, we doing this. We doing this, man. Now they're talking about women's health. Look, they ain't laughing now. See? Ain't no laughing now. Ain't no laughing now, though. You heard? Let's get to it.
In a second.
Wait, we gave trigger warnings.
Yeah, no. Okay, like that's fine.
Not the triggery stuff.
You get the triggery stuff was triggered on the trigger warning things, but the other stuff too. But when it comes to women's bodies, like we know there's not as much research on women's health as there is men's health. There's not as much priority for women's pleasure, like all these different things. So even
that's a lie. You bitches got every contraption known to man for pleasure. Let's go.
Just BV, like everything is stigmatized. Everything is because different things. So even just BV, like everything is for women's pleasure, like all these different things. So even just BV, like everything is stigmatized. Women's pleasure, like all these different things. So even just BV, like
even just BV, guys. Class, we didn't know this was going to happen, but remember, they look like they seen a ghost when she said women's health. Bernie, pay the fuck attention. They're talking BV. We've done classes on BV. Y'all know what this is. They take Flagyl. Okay? Now y'all gonna make me have to do a BV class. But she said BV is stigmatized because it make your pussy stink. But that's just the half of it. One of your bacterias the bad bacteria has overtaken the good bacteria inside of the pussy. So she think that, no, yeah, that's stigmatized. Yeah. Especially reoccurring.
That's on.
Oh, not the trigger.
Yo, look. Hey, Bernie, they laughing now. Watch this, Bernie. They laughing now. Watch this.
You get no the trigger stuff. Triggered on the trigger warning things, but the other stuff too. But when it comes to women's bodies, like we know there's not as much research on women's health as there is men's health. There's not as much priority for women's pleasure.
Serious now, Bernie. Hey, Bernie, they serious now. Hey, Bernie, you start talking women's health. You're not just talking about the pleasure on the box. Oh no, we got to get serious now. Talk to him, Joy. So Joy is talking about bacterial vaginosis, and she's mad that men put a stigma on women that get it. Let's go.
Sure, like all these different things. So even just BV, like everything is stigmatized. Everything is because you're doing something wrong and not because it's a natural thing that can happen to anyone for any reason that doesn't.
Right. It can happen to anyone for a multitude of reasons. Okay. The difference is just because you look good and I find a girl that don't look as good as you and her pussy never gets BV, you think you're better than her because you look better. That woman never gets BV. Guess what contributes to you getting BV, Joy? You ain't got no husband. You keep fucking different men. You keep mixing bacterias in your pussy, then trying to clean it out with boric acid. You keep taking these antibodies for your BV every fucking time. If you just fuck one man, you won't get it all the time. Praise Jesus.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her. Amen.
Sorry about that, y'all. Yo, I didn't mean, this is supposed to be a Joy Taylor stream, but my class is in the building and my class know what these women are talking about. My class know what women are talking about when they start talking about BV and start talking about it's natural. No. There goes back to that box mismanagement. Come on, honey.
Her womb is so polluted. I can't even have a fucking little baby with her.
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
Doesn't even include sex. But every time that it's BV, like everything is stigmatized. Everything is because you're doing.
Your pussy got BV and we are not supposed to stigmatize it. You're supposed to just carry this BV pussy everywhere. No.
So even just BV, like everything is stigmatized. Everything is because you're doing something wrong and not because it's a natural thing that can happen to anyone for any reason that doesn't even include sex. But every time that we talk about it, it's like, okay, this is wrong. Like you're wrong.
Ma'am. Yes, it does not include sex. But if you're a person like Joy Taylor, you fuck white rich men, you fuck black men in the middle, you fuck all these dicks. You can't use that excuse that is not sex reason why you got BV. If you're not promiscuous, then we would say, well, she don't got it because of that. But if you fuck all these different people, you got BV. That's the reason why. Like highly likely.
All these different things. So even just BV, like everything is stigmatized. Everything is because you're doing something wrong and not because it's a natural thing that can happen to anyone for any reason that doesn't even include sex.
There you have it, guys. Now, if you let class, any one of my classmates could get up in this conversation and talk correctly. Can't nobody else in the manosphere do that. Only you guys can get up here, sit up there, do not fold your legs, but you can sit up there and you can say, sister, nah, that's not the case. Now, in your case, Joy, you say, hey, your BV might have came from some sort of different fabric, some sort of different detergent, but you've been known to be a promiscuous woman. So it would have to factor in that the different men that you slept with would contribute to your BV. After all, you don't know what bacterial vaginosis that they're fucking. It can only contribute to a woman like you, Joy. So we can talk. We can talk if she want to talk. You understand me? We could talk. So we could talk that talk. Anybody in my class.
But every time that we talk about it, it's like, okay, this is wrong. Like you're wrong. There's shame attached to everything.
Wow. Yo, class, I wish we was a greater channel because she would get attacked. I would do a whole BV breakdown. Matter of fact, that's what class gonna be about this afternoon. Fuck that. We going BV. Because these bitches, they think men are stupid. Like, I don't appreciate that shit not one bit.
And that we talk about it, it's like, okay, this is wrong. Like, you're wrong. There's shame attached to everything.
I have a friend who it's not Brianda. We all know my friend is celibate. I have two friends that are celibate, but another friend, really low-key girl, she's been celibate for like 1.5 years, and she goes, how is my pussy supposed to smell wheezy? This is a grown-ass woman, and this is not her being dumb. This is just us not having conversation and being comfortable. She's like,
True that. Women do not know their own pussy. Want me to tell you why, guys? Because they don't cherish their pussy. Want me to tell you why, guys? Because they know you don't give a fuck about the pussy. They'll give you anything, brothers. That's why, guys. And now the bitch is celibate. And she said her pussy still stink.
really low-key girl, she's been celibate for like 1.5 years, and she goes, how is my pussy supposed to smell wheezy? This is a grown-ass woman, and this is not her being dumb. This is just us not having conversation and being comfortable. She's like, because I don't think it's all the way water.
It ain't never supposed to be water. Plaza lied to us. Pussy don't taste or smell like water.
What the fuck? I'm like,
there's a pussy smell and taste. Here's my advice, and I actually probably put it in the first chapter of Masturbation and Learning Your Body Yourself, is that you're not going to smell like another person sometimes. But what you need to do is know what you smell like when you feel healthy, when you don't smell something.
Exactly.
So when you're masturbating, girl, go down there, bring that thing up to your nose real quick. It smells good to you. It's going to smell good to a man. All right. And then here goes a little advanced step. Put them fingers in your mouth.
But you would be shocked how many women are not understanding. And to be honest with you, men aren't understanding natural musk, what vagina should smell like. There should never be floral smells coming out of a pussy. That's insane. I'm sorry.
No glitter.
If you keep having...
There you go, guys.
Smell and taste.
Humankind.
There you go,
That's
guys.
What we are. But it's also
I missed it. I went to get my tea.
Humans giving a
I missed it.
It's not Brianda. We all know my friend is celibate. I have two friends that are celibate, but another friend, really low-key girl, she's been celibate for like 1.5 years, and she goes, how is my pussy supposed to smell wheezy? This is a grown-ass woman, and this is not her being dumb. This is just us not having conversation and being comfortable. She's like, because I don't think it's all the way water.
It ain't never supposed to be water. Plaza lied to us. Pussy don't taste or smell like water.
What the fuck? I'm like,
there's a pussy smell and taste. Here's my advice, and I actually probably put it in the first chapter of Masturbation and Learning Your Body Yourself, is that you're not going to smell like another person sometimes. But what you need to do is know what you smell like when you feel healthy, when you don't smell something.
Exactly.
So when you're masturbating, girl, go down there, bring that thing up to your nose real quick. It smells good to you. It's going to smell good to a man. All right. And then here goes a little advanced step. Put them fingers in your mouth.
But you would be shocked how many women are not understanding. And to be honest with you, men aren't understanding natural musk, what vagina should smell like.
Unbelievable.
They failed at controlling their pussy, protecting their pussy, and even maintaining and cleansing their pussy.
There should never be floral smells coming out of a pussy. That's insane.
I'm sorry. No glitter.
If you keep
wait. Who putting glitter in the pussy?
I'm joking.
Oh, I was about to be like, wait, where is the glitter pussy at? But y'all ain't had that one yet.
We've been so confused about what real sex looks like. I even talk about how when I was dating a woman, we were having sex all the time. We always joked about girl, this shit does not look like porn. We be fucking different. Because lesbian sex for porn is for the male gaze. Your back is arched. You're moaning different. You're looking this way. That is not lesbian sex.
Using the hair flip.
Girl, pussy be everywhere. Sometimes sometimes him look.
Men's brains too.
Yes. What sex is supposed to look like? How we're supposed to perform.
Nothing. They don't call it a mic, but I'm talking.
Now, I want y'all to notice something. See, understand what's going on with older women. Now, they supposed to be talking about women's health. And I'm going to tell y'all niggas something. They'll let other bitches' pussy fall off the fucking earth. They were supposed to be helping here.
I'm talking shit.
We'll get to the man bashing. Okay, so I made a lot of notes. A lot of notes. We'll get to okay. So the daddy issues one definitely. I have daddy issues also.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I actually say I'm not blaming anything for daddy issues. My daddy was perfect. I think that's what
that is popular online.
A lot of work. I'm in therapy. I've been in therapy for years, and I do a lot of work at not traumatizing other people. I don't know how good I am at it. The reviews might be out, but I do try. Like, I try to not carry trauma from past relationships as much as I can.
There you have it, Joy. You've been fucking too many dicks. That's why you got recurring BV.
I think we all have triggers and scars and things that, and I can feel them. Like, I can feel when someone's triggering me, my whole body will start to shake. Like, oh my God.
Now you can give warnings. For example, like, let's just say you're dating an athlete. And
now why would we want to do that?
Was that wrong? Sorry. Are you? I don't know.
No.
I'm just using it as an example.
Why would we want to deal with that?
Oh,
some people do. Some people do.
If you're dating an athlete and you've been cheated on by an athlete before, and this person's like, yo, I'm really not on this shit. I'm grown. I had my phase. You're going to be like, hey, for me in the past, when there were away games, I got really uncomfortable. Safety for me looks like you calling me after, like, I need more communication. There are so many ways to, like, change your language around triggers that normally we're like, well, you got to do X, Y, Z. Don't fucking talk to me like that. Like, I've dated more so women than men, but like that be putting mad shit on me, and I'm not even like that.
Yeah.
Me being a sexually open and expressive person doesn't mean I'm gonna lie to you.
Yeah, or that you're outside.
Yeah, girl, I'm home. Like, you want to check on a goddamn charade?
You can
I'll get in bed with the bonnet.
Where you at? They think you getting something.
Oh, because
it don't matter that you at home. You can
put on a goddamn charade.
You can
get in bed with the bonnet, night, baby,
and have somebody right next to you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's how I feel about it too. I mean, I think for me, it's also cheating is not the main trigger for me. I mean, it's one thing, sure, but there's so many layers of trauma. There's a part in the book, I want to get the name right. Is it Old Bay?
Yeah.
Old Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
But like, those are the stories to me that are very triggering, because like, obviously cheating is a big part of that, but it's like the gaslighting, the lying, the violence, the constantly like feeling like you're the crazy one, but you're not fucking crazy.
Yeah. Or honestly, Old Bay wasn't a violent guy, but there were stories of violence in there. But the thing about him, for people that haven't read the book yet or had the chance, he was a guy dated that cheated. However, we were in an open relationship. Now you're walking with it home saying, what the fuck does that even mean? Cheating in that instance is lying or going outside of our boundaries.
Right.
I was very confused. And this is an open relationship that I asked for. I'm not with a nigga that's giving me an ultimatum. I like dating other women. We like having sex with other women together. So this is a very free environment. So it's really hard to sometimes add structure in it for men that don't understand. However, what I will say is what made that dating experience so difficult was him being like, okay, well, I didn't tell you I was gonna fuck another bitch, but it's not like you won't let me. So like, let's just like, whatever. And the weight of his love for me, he would always put on top of, she doesn't mean anything to me. There's a passage in the book that every time I read it, I'm like,
well, hold on. So you couldn't handle the honesty. Hold on. She couldn't handle the honesty.
I like dating other women. We like having sex with other women together. So this is a very free environment. So it's really hard to sometimes add structure in it for men that don't understand. However,
how do you add structure? Your pussy does what it wants. My eggplant does what it wants, and we come together.
Or what I will say is what made that dating experience so difficult was him being like, okay, well, I didn't tell you I was going to fuck another bitch, but it's not like you won't let me.
Hello?
So like, let's just like, whatever. And the weight of his love for me, he would always put on top of, she doesn't mean anything to me. There's a passage in the book that every time I read it, I'm like, so I looked through his phone one night after a year of dating, and I thought I was going to see 1 or 2 texts, and there were like maybe 30. I think I might have exaggerated in the book and said 50, but 30 of him talking about pull up, whatever. Nothing about caring about what a girl's doing, nothing. And that made me feel good. I was like, oh, well, I'm the only one who's getting XYZ. And what you realize from
and you
this,
saw him doing it to 30 bitches?
Just fucking.
Yeah, but
well, let me finish my thought.
Health-wise.
I mean,
don't you dare talk about health, bitch. Yo, these bitches are, don't ever let the black woman talk about health to you. Don't ever.
What's 30?
I mean, yes, 2 versus 30, sure.
Sure, he wasn't having sex with 30 women in a week. But I could say maybe through the few months of texting, there were 30 different random numbers. I was like, damn, so he's meeting people out and saying, come through. And the girls would literally be like, no. And then he'd dub them. So what I was experiencing was value from this whole main chick thing that we've been taught, that you're important because you're the loved one. But it's really not love when they're still lying to you.
Right.
Lying about what? Sex? Who the fuck are you? Sex ain't lying. You just said you're a lesbian. You go do other women. Fuck you mean? So you want to have tabs on him and you're mad that he could get 30 bitches. Yo, brothers, man. Yo, these are some wicked people. She's mad he can do it all. And that's a lot. Brothers like that make these bitches furious.
Right.
It's not the place that you want to be just because, oh, great, this man introduced me to his family. I'm being taken on the trips. I'm important. They're just a text message. That literally became something that would help me sleep a little bit better. And when I read it now, it makes me feel so icky inside because I'm like, damn, this is really a frame of mind that not only
You
I
were
have,
lying to yourself.
but not
You were
only
lying, yeah, because we just talked about everybody lies. So first off, lying doesn't equate.
Hold on, that's not the story, ma'am. Are you taking any questions, ma'am? Could I ask this one question, please? Are you open to the idea that your pussy was the worst out of his whole phone? Are you open to the idea that sexually your pussy was the worst? It was the worst ever out of all the bitches in the phone. Can we lend to that idea, or you believe that your pussy was up in the numbers? Which one you think? Because you the judge, right? Or is it him? Listen, brothers, don't ever let that bullshit pass. We not doing that. We not doing that. We are not doing that, though. They know these heifers stink. Yeah, he lying because he know you ain't shit, bitch, that can be replaced. And that's another thing. She know she was replaceable at any moment. And she know he getting all this pussy. Shit, I ain't shit to him. But what he do? Show you love, because men ain't got nothing but love for you. You the only one mad that my dick is better than your pussy. You the only one mad. You the only one mad. If she didn't have the tattoo, she would be a little more attractive, in my opinion. Nothing against tattoos. You don't stay 20-something your whole life. Well, when you get the tattoo, you do. And the funny thing is about a bitch like her, she don't realize, ma'am, your home is with a biker gang. See, your home is not with the regular people. You're supposed to be with biker gangs because you'll look good there. You'll be in play. See, black women are so stupid, they'll try to mix anything with being a regular woman. That's the problem. Because when it comes to being regular, we say, well, have this baby. Oh, no, I'm going to abort that.
To whether they love you or not.
Yeah.
And I get into that in my side chick chapter, where I thought because men were being more honest with me that they loved me more. Like an idiot. He lied to his wife. So
they identify. Look at Joy Taylor. She identifies with a married man loving her being the side chick. She identifies wholeheartedly. These are whores. This is crazy, man.
All these German shepherds.
Just because someone will have sex with you, that they want to be with you. So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
So you don't mind having uncommitted sex?
I don't.
That's black women. That's black women, King. Key, what's good, Key?
The transparency trap to me is one. It is a massive.
Wait, you said transparency trap.
Transparency trap.
What do you mean by that? Like, do you want your partner to be honest or not?
So here's the thing. Yeah, I would love to have a partner that allows for a soft place to land. That is different than full transparency.
Okay.
I have had horrible experiences with people being like, oh, I just want to know everything about you. Just tell me all your secrets. I want to tell each other all of our secrets. And it's not a safe space. And they use things that I either feel guilty about or I haven't like fully consolidated within myself or forgiven myself for, and they weaponize it against you. Or maybe they don't actually really care about it, but they start to think about it so much.
They hold it in the back of their head.
For like, oh, like if I'm in another, which I'll never understand this. I'll never understand this, but I'm not a man. So I guess like some women are like this too, but like, oh, if you're in a room, we're in a room and like you used to fuck someone, like just let me know. Like, okay. Like, what does that do for you? But whatever. Like, if that's a boundary that you want, like we can do that. However,
ma'am, I mean, I wouldn't do it, but guess what that man knows? He knows you be fucking in so many places that he needs to be forewarned before somebody comes up to his woman and do that extra hug. Yo, I got this cousin. I got this cousin named Buddha Bless, B. Yo, he be hugging niggas' wives. Yo, this nigga's crazy. Yo, this nigga be hugging niggas' wives like double. Yo, this nigga's crazy. So that's what the dude is saying. Yo, niggas coming up giving you that hug like, yo, bro. Yo, these people are sick, man. Yo, these people are sick.
You can't
I'm not
hold
gonna
that
hear
against me.
about it
Yep,
again. Like
yep.
we're talking about this.
Wait, why do you think that's strange? Because to me, it's
No,
like,
no, him bringing it up later.
bringing
If
it
you
up
want to know,
straight-
if you want to
wait,
know
wait,
this,
asking for that. Because in my head, I'm like, yo, we're all in the industry. If I start talking to a bitch, kicking her up, and she's like, does she know I fucked her man?
no, she's saying that if I have a partner, yeah.
Bro, they know you are whores, and there's a chance that you fuck wherever they're going. Don't you girls get it? You're whores. They know you fuck somewhere. It's impossible for those men to believe that when we go to all these places, you ain't done fuck somebody. Don't you get it?
Bringing it up later.
Bringing
If
it
you
up
want to know,
straight-
if you want to
wait,
know
wait,
this,
asking for that. Because in my head, I'm like, yo, we're all in the industry. If I start talking to a bitch, kicking her up, and she's like, does she know I fucked her man?
no, she's saying that if I have a partner,
I understand.
yeah.
I'm on the outlier in that sense. I don't care. I don't.
Oh, you don't care if there's someone in the
I don't care
No,
who you
I
fucked
don't
in this
care who
room.
you
Me
fucked in this
neither.
room. I
But
don't
men will
care.
say that, and then what she's saying is, don't tell me you want to know,
Yeah,
so
I'm
that you're
happy
not.
to honor that. Like, if that's
But
something
then
that's
don't
important to
use
you,
that
but I'm
against
not
me
gonna
later.
hear about
Yeah.
it. Like, we're discussing this now.
Mm.
So you're really just insecure. It's not about you wanting to know like where things lie for business or so you feel comfortable. It's really just because you're insecure.
Yep.
I used to give out the joy brochure.
What
That's
is
what I
the
would
joy
call it.
brochure?
Like,
not your past roster. Is that what that is?
like whatever you needed to
Bitch, you
know.
lying.
At the top, like just I'm gonna be transparent.
That's a lie. That's a lie. She's not telling all her pussy welfare. That's a lie.
And like psychotic. I understand. Psychotic.
Very
And
much, because how do you decide who deserves to know those things?
it's a great question. That's a great
I mean,
Because then you just
you have to
oversharing with
ask me
somebody.
specifically,
Yeah.
Hey, did you fuck someone from that movie? What part of the movie? Like,
But so like what does transparency look like for you? Because I am still navigating how I want to move through relationships with transparency, because I don't like to pretend. I'm saying these things about lying and stuff, but like I can't keep up. I don't want to fucking lie. I don't want to create an image of myself. I don't want to keep up a performance. Like, you're gonna get what you get with me. And that's how I want to be.
Now, that's black women in a nutshell. That's the modern black woman. I want to be how I want to be. That's the modern black woman.
However, I'm not apologizing for shit that didn't have anything to do with you. I'm not living a life with somebody who's insecure. I'm not going to be tortured about my past just because you can't get over it. The answer is, I appreciate you saying this to me.
I'm not going to be tortured about my past because you can't get over it. Ma'am, why is your past so torturous? Ma'am, how could you have a past that somebody could torture you with? How?
This is too much for me. I don't think we're compatible.
I think that time
Write
is
that
a very-
sentence down. I don't think we're compatible. And then you go your separate ways.
I think then as women who exist that way, and I think that with the podcast, with what we're telling women to do and finding their power, you have to realize, ooh, this is going to be a bumpy road to finding a partner.
Yeah.
The one. It's going to be very hard to get some of these men to accept you for exactly who you are. Because
you're a whore. Now, y'all know my story. My story is, how much would you charge to be that woman's husband? And that's the only way that these bitches are going to get a real husband. How much would you charge? Because they got to pay. Like, it's crazy. They know. If you're basing this on pussy merit, come on now.
Because a lot of men don't want to know that you had a past before them. Don't want to know that someone's dick was bigger than theirs. Don't want to know that you came this way. Don't want to know while they're cheering for a team in the finals that you fuck the guy who just made the winning layup. You know what I mean? And they're
unbelievable.
To accept you for exactly who you are. Because a lot of men don't want to know that you had a past before them. Don't want to know that someone's dick was bigger than theirs. Don't want to know that you came this way. Don't want to know while they're cheering for a team in the finals that you fuck the guy who just made the winning layup. You know what I mean?
I'm cheering for a guy in the finals. You fucked the guy that made the winning layup, but you still here with me. What does that say about you? So you fucked the guy who won the layup in the finals. What happened? Why you ain't there? What did he think of you?
These men to accept you for exactly who you are, because a lot of men don't want to know that you had a past before them, don't want to know that someone's dick was bigger than theirs, don't want to know that you came this way, don't want to know while they're cheering for a team in the finals that you fucking fuck the guy who just made the winning layup. You know what I
mean? And she's about to say, you know what I mean? And yo, the bitch is about to say, you know what I mean? Ma'am, who the fuck should be able to identify with that? Getting fucked by the guy who won the shit at the finals, but you are still somewhere else. What did he think of you? And your proud moment is that you fucked him? Wow.
Past before them. Don't want to know that someone's dick was bigger than theirs. Don't want to know that you came this way. Don't want to know while they're cheering for a team in the finals that you fucking fuck the guy who just made the winning layup. You know what I mean? And they're going to be like,
oh, shit. Wow.
Someone's dick was bigger than theirs. Don't want to know that you came this way. Don't want to know while they're cheering for a team in the finals that you fucking fuck the guy who just made the winning layup. You know what I mean? And they're going to be like, oh, fuck. Like, so it's going to be difficult, and it sucks because we are walking in this space where we're no longer dependent financially on these men.
Correct.
Which were back in the 70s before we could even have a bank account.
Oh, shit. She's taking pride that she fucked the guy who made the winning layup in the finals. Dang.
Like, so it's going to be difficult, and it sucks because we are walking in this space where we're no longer dependent financially on these men.
Correct.
Which where back in the 70s before we could even have a bank account or own a home, that was the thing. And so now we're approaching this as, hey, this is who I am, and now I'm showing up as wanting you because I don't need you. And I talk about that in the book, like having to get away from, like, there's been so much power in me being able to choose men that I like. You're attractive, and I actually like you as a man, not because of what you can provide for me. And what I'm seeing is it's difficult for men.
Hold on. Before we go there, let's play this back one more time. Hold on.
And I actually like you as, like, there's been so much power in me being able to choose men that I like. You're attractive, and I actually like you as a man, not because
you're attractive and I like you as a man. I chose you. So why are you not with a man? Now watch this. She sounds like she's about to blame men for her making money. Here we go.
Much power in me being able to choose men that I like. You're attractive, and I actually like you as a man, not because of what you can provide for me. And what I'm seeing is it's difficult for men to show up in relationships with us not being needed.
See that? Pay attention, guys. Man auction. Pay attention.
It's difficult for men to show up in relationships with us not being needed.
I agree with her. I agree. Only problem is I would ask you guys, how much would you charge her per month to be her husband? And then I would ask her, I have some guys for you to pick from that'll be everything you want. They have a job. They have whatever you want. They charge you this much to be your husband. Do you want a man? And that's where it's at. See, until guys could get a part of this type of shit, I don't see the black community ever being together. But remember, it ain't going to happen because they're not willing to pay. They're willing to pay a dog. They're not willing to pay a man. So what she's saying is she could choose different men to fuck, not to be with. So her liking a man for being a man is only for sex because she going to have to pay for a husband. Ain't no nigga with money going to pay to be her. Yo, ain't no nigga with money going to pay to be her husband. So what do, oh, matter of fact, Kevin told you. Let's go to Kevin. Watch this. Watch what Kevin told you. Watch this.
It's difficult for men to show up in relationships with us. Much power in me being able to choose men that I like. You're attractive, and I actually like you as a man, not because of what you can provide for me. And
watch Kevin.
That ego and that pride.
Not that. Watch this.
Is the average woman, the average girl. And she knows that she's got to go work and make money. So this is where your attorneys, your doctors, your lawyers, your finance people, this is where your go-getter, ambitious women come from.
You heard? She know.
I talk about that in the book, like having to get away from, like, there's been so much power in me being able to choose men that I like. You're attractive, and I actually like you as a man, not because of what you can provide for me. And what I'm seeing is it's difficult for men to show up in relationships with us not being needed. So, like, I know you go on the internet and they're talking about fucking gold digging ass bitches, and you only want me for my pockets, you only want me for this. And the reality is, when we show up and we actually just like you and don't need you, your insecurities show.
First of all, you showing up just like a man. So you saying that part wrong. You shouldn't be showing up like a man. But I agree with you, sister. I agree with you. If you're going to show up like a man, pay for a man to be with you. A monthly stipend at the man auction. Pay with a man to be with you a month. If you showing up like a man, see, a man's going to provide. So if you showing up like me, provide. See, you don't get to call it different then. You want to show up like a man. And I'm saying to you, you don't want to be ladylike. You do want to be unruly and belligerent. So what we want to do for you is make sure that you have a man that's going to honor you by contract, not by your character. That's why we provide the man auction for you, where you can purchase a man of the status, eye color, height, whatever you want. How much you want him to make is irrelevant. The only thing that's relevant is that you are compensating him to be with you every day.
I know you go on the internet and they're talking about fucking gold digging ass bitches, and you only want me for my pockets, you only want me for this. And the reality is, when we show up and we actually just like you and don't need you, your insecurities show. For us, it's projection.
I say all the time, you're fucking spitting right now. I say all.
How is she spitting? Is she spitting or are we spitting? See, because the only thing that they're missing is, ma'am, you're not a ladylike and you choose to show up equal to a man. You're not spitting, because if that was truly the case, then all three of you would have a husband that you're compensating. Like who, Prince? Like Yandy, like Remy, like Cardi, like Nikki, like Kiki, like Tia, like Candy. So it's all fake. She's not spitting.
All the time. I don't need a man for anything but love. All I need a man.
That's a lie. That's another lie. I have a bunch of men over here at my man auction. And all you got to do is pay that price, and by contract, not by your pussy, not by who you are, by contract, that man cannot cheat on you. That man must be faithful and put up with all your bullshit. But he is getting paid, and you do have to fuck him whenever he says. Okay? So not needing a man is just a half. That was supposed to help the black community build together. But you bitches took your money and said you just don't want no man. You just want random dick.
To do is love me. And bitch, why is that? Why is that?
You know,
I say all the time, you're fucking spitting right now. I say all the time, I don't need a man for anything but love. All I need a man to do is love me.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
And bitch, why is that? Why is that
You
so
know,
much ass?
that sentence is really powerful though, because at least you gave them something to be needed for. I've heard so many times that, like, we just interviewed a dating coach. Her name's Maria. I wish I'm butchering her name.
We just interviewed a dating coach. Yo, brothers, I'm doing you niggas a disservice. We got to get to the other channel. I got to get on camera. Because we cannot let these bitches think that they're spitting. It's impossible. With Kevin dying and the rest of these niggas being almost thorough, it ain't gonna work. These bitches got numbers and they're together. All of our so-called niggas, is no togetherness. And I'll tell you why. Because the Pussycat Facts Report is the only way that we can bring brothers together. Now, say we got 3 women right here. Check this out. Say we got 3 women right here, and we give all 3 bitches a Pussycat Facts Report, right? Let's do it. Where Bernie at? Where Bernie at? Bernie's good at this. Bernie is good at this Pussycat Facts Report shit. Let's do it. Yo, support the show. What's good, King? You know I'm working, man. Let's do it, Bernie. Let's do it. Now, we had the 3 bitches up there. All right. Brandon, what's good? Now, Joy Taylor. Let's do Joy Taylor. Have you ever been on birth control, Joy Taylor? What y'all want to say? No? Let's say no. How many years have you been on birth control? Well, we can't get out of that. It's at least 1 to 5. Have you ever had a deletion or a miscarriage? Yes. Okay. Have you ever been diagnosed with fibroids, PCS, or endometriosis? We're going to have to say yes because she gets recurring bacterial vaginosis. So we're going to say yes. Have you been prescribed antidepressants? Joy Taylor says she's been in therapy for years. Yes, she has been prescribed antidepressants. And Joy Taylor, do you think abortion, endometriosis, and fibroids affect women's mental health? She will say no. Okay, guys? Oh, hold on. We got that nigga. Hold on. We got a player. We got a contestant. We might have to do this over. That nigga is in the building. So that nigga said, man, Prince, you stupid. She has been on birth control since she was a teenager. So let's correct that. And then we'll say 1 to 5 years. Okay? So Joy Taylor's Pussycat Facts report. Whoa! Joy Taylor scored an 80 out of 87 on a Pussycat Facts report. You can only get 7 points worse than Joy Taylor's pussy. Now, why do you say that, Prince? Because we just gave you the basics of a pussy. Now we're going to give you the secondary factors. She drinks a lot. Her lifestyle's ridiculous. She don't eat right. That pussy is 7 points away, son. That pussy is 7 points away from being just the ultimate bad Pussycat Facts report. Good news, Joy Taylor. Your Pussycat Facts report is in. You scored 80 out of 87. That is not good, Joy Taylor. You're supposed to score low. You're not supposed to have so many accidents on your Pussycat Facts report. You're supposed to not have so many totals and salvage jobs on your Pussycat Facts report. Anyway, let's get back to it. Thanks, guys. That was fun. Yo, guys, now that's what you call camaraderie amongst men. You hear me? That's camaraderie amongst men. Where that man said, she been on birth control. And Dolomite said, that box is rotten. And that bitch got an F. You heard? And that nigga said she got athletes mileage on her ass. And guess how we know? Because she told us. Then we run her Pussycat Facts report. It's undeniable. That's why they came up with the Carfax report. Because people would sell cars and you don't know what condition the shit is in. So Dolomite said, nah, we want a Cat Facts report. Let's go.
That sentence is really powerful though, because at least you gave them something to be needed for. I've heard so many times that, like, we just interviewed a dating coach. Her name's Maria. I wish I'm butchering her name. I think it is something, but she said
Maria Matchmaker.
Maria Matchmaker, sure. So she basically tells women, a lot of high-powered women, on the second date, have the guy come up to help you with something. If he's picking you up, you're like, pull your shower rod on. She's like, tell him to fix it. Because when we are making money, we're in positions of power. We don't know how to need men for anything. And honestly, we say it. We don't say it for them. We say it for us.
Yeah.
Me, when I used to be like, I don't need a nigga for shit. That is just for me.
Oh no, I make anyone who walks in my house, like, one of the things, and she's been getting on me because my ex-boyfriend did it and now my current boyfriend's doing it. I was like, the trash needs to be taken out. Like, I remember letting my I have a code to get into my door and it kept beeping, the battery was dead. I waited till he came to change the batteries because I didn't know how to do it. Like, there's just certain things that I literally do for that just to make him feel like a man.
I just don't see why.
That's what they do for you to make you feel like a man, guys. You guys, man. Yo, our black women. Dang. Dang. It's over, King.
We have accepted the fact that we're really going to tell somebody that we want we don't need them. Like, cut the shit already. I don't need you to make me feel whole, but like, I don't need you for shit. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. If my nigga
Can I get an ISO of
Get
I want
both
this
of
as a meme. I know she's a lot of memes. Her face right now, Joy, you don't hide your face.
Okay,
ever.
so-
Hold on.
so let me
She's
talk
just
now.
like, no. Your
So
face.
we only got 10 minutes. Let me finish this. I am so over the fucking bullshit. I've been independent and making money a long time. Retire my parents' money, I do well. I am not gonna fucking tell you that I don't need love or partnership if I'm looking for it. I'm swiping and then I'm gonna lie to myself and say, I don't need it. I feel like this is something that would make me feel good. Sure, it could be a desire, but to look someone in the face and tell them you don't need them. If my man said that to me right now, I wouldn't be with him.
I have that whole conversation in the book.
Let me continue. Just specifically because of your face. This is pain when we have a face like that. This is not being treated the right way. This is someone fucking you over. Healthiness doesn't give you that. So when we finally...
We are fucked up in this black community, man. See, the reason why I say that we're fucked up is because if black women with money got to sit up and go through a scientific rocket science project to come up with a relationship, and Mexicans can just have relationships and babies and they're poor, it goes to show that we are fucked up. We have everything to be reproducing more than anybody. Bitches got money, niggas got money. Bitches done did it and fucked up so much, niggas don't even want to reproduce with them. Shit is wild.
Deal and him having that financial control over her livelihood, we don't.
Here we go. Finance. Mexican women don't believe in that. Well, I bet you if they had a job, then they would. Don't you get it? That's what's fucking you up. Don't you get it?
freedom of my work, just giving myself up for finance. And that to me is a scary place.
Well, because I watched my mother do it, and I know my grandmother did it, and I know the woman before her did it. And when a man has control over your life in that way, like I've been in really terrible relationships, but never have I not had the money to be like, okay, I'm done.
I mean, I think that's why.
I mean, this for my other channel, guys, but this is for my other channel. But I will say, okay, I see what you're saying. Men were controlling and people didn't like it. But men controlling was paying everything. Okay, so why don't you pay every fucking thing? And then it should be better, right? But they won't take that stance. You're dealing with fake people. You want it both ways. You want men to pay and you still want to be a piece of shit and leave them. When you couldn't leave, you was mad. But there's one way that you haven't tried yet. See that?
And but just to even like turn it into something that's, you know, currently happening, I think it's the debate around Cassie, whether she's a victim or not. And that dynamic of her signing that 10 album deal and him having that financial control over her livelihood, we don't lean into that. And so,
well, financial abuse is a
very real thing. Emotional abuse. She was 19, he was in his 30s. There's
now I'm older than her, so she don't understand it. See, in this world and time, Cassie could come out and start talking on the internet and be larger than all these people. When Cassie was getting the deal, only talented people like Cassie and celebrity people could be in front of the camera, not these busted bitches. But nowadays, you could just talk and get money. See, Cassie is really talented, bitch. So they thinking that the trap was like that. I'm not saying Diddy did the right thing or anything like that, but you never had the choice to be in the Cassie position because it took beauty and talent. See? But now you could just get on a fucking web, on a damn social app with your damn tattoo and you're fat and you're bald-headed and you could make money. It was so different. So they can't really compare themselves to Cassie. The internet wasn't popping like that where she could just go off on her own and do OnlyFans and all this stupid shit. It wasn't like that. So you can't really say control. Cassie was trying to make it big. It wasn't making it big on the internet, just sitting around talking with wigs on. If Cassie was able to do that, she would be bigger than all you bitches.
There's the grooming, there's the emotional abuse. And unfortunately, we know what sexual assault is. We know what physical assault is. No one talks about, though, what emotional abuse could really do and look like. And I think that I experienced that in a relationship where it was like, well, bitch, why ain't nobody warn me about this?
She was in a relationship with who? With somebody who had money. And she ain't want to listen. That's all that is, man. You ain't Cassie, bitch, and you ain't shooting for millions. You got a regular man who's providing for you.
This has literally changed my mind. Like, I have PTSD, like I went to war.
Yeah.
And that's just not spoke about.
That's what my face was.
PTSD.
You know, the Cassie thing too, like when it comes to watching that case unfold and you talking about emotional abuse, that is the thing that hit me. I was like, oh my God, this guy make it out. He's a piece of shit. He's probably going to get out because all of the layers that they're building in this case so far, all of the layers that they're building in this case so far are surrounding how terrible of a person that he is. I feel like
even worse, everybody's saying it ain't a crime to be a terrible nigga. It ain't a crime to be in a toxic relationship.
Here we go. See, and that's why black women ain't shit right there. You say that it ain't a crime to delete babies. And that's why you do it. What if it was a crime? Would you delete the baby? See, they want it both ways. I'm not giving that. It ain't a crime to delete babies. That's why you do it, right? So don't try to hold. Like I said, I'm not with Puff. I'm not with Diddy. I'm just saying, as a black woman, the way that we know you and your pussy and the sinister behaviors you do to human life and the immoral spirits and behaviors that you display and the betrayal and the traitorism and everything about you, you do not get to be moral about shit. You don't even like the way you look with nothing on. Like, I do not like that.
Are surrounding how terrible of a person that he is. I feel like
even worse, everybody's saying it ain't a crime to be a terrible nigga. It ain't a crime to be in a toxic relationship. Like, whoa. So now we're excusing this behavior because being an ain't shit person isn't a crime. And so what's unfortunate is seeing these men seeing this.
Money and power. Mm-hmm. Like, let Diddy have been a
money and power, ma'am. Power is the same thing that you have to delete a baby. Like, there's no difference. Just that you want to talk about stopping millions of dollars, man.
Normal guy that, let's just say money, but maybe, I don't know, he just owns a firm somewhere. You'd be like, what the fuck? This is crazy. But when we attach fame and money, we just expect them to be a dick. Like, I worked with this guy once and just had brunch with someone else that worked for him for 10 years. And she said, Weezy, like, the way that when my phone rang at certain times, like my husband hated to look at me, that another man would get me worked up like this. She said, he made me feel so low. He made me feel so down. The way he would talk about my work, how nothing was ever perfect. And when we started digging into this, she said, it's literally like Cassie PTSD, except he never did anything sexual with me. She said it was so intense. She's a director. She's like, we were on a set one day and in front of everybody. He was like, you think this is fucking good? Look at your goals you have for yourself. What Oscar could you ever have? Watch it back. You suck. And she's like, damn, my basketball coach used to talk to me like that. It's a little different, I feel like. I was about to say. You gotta give your coach that's not a coach to talk to you. I think it's to get you.
Yeah.
No.
Humiliating people is a very strong manipulation tool. It's a tool by abusers to wear down your self-esteem, to make you question things. You're already embarrassed. You're in front of other people. Even if
Yo, these people are sick. Look, man, we did our thing. We broke it down, man. We did what we had to do here, man. All right. I'm going to take a break. We'll come back with some other stuff. All right.